Jock Mahoney was 6'4", built like a weapon, and could clear 3 horses in a single standing leap. He doubled for Errol Flynn, Gregory Peck, John Wayne, and Randolph Scott. He flew fighter planes off aircraft carriers. He survived diseases in the jungles of Thailand that would have killed most men. And then, nearly 3 decades after his death, his stepdaughter, a 2-time Academy Award winner, came forward with allegations that would permanently alter how the world remembered him. Born Jacques Joseph O'Mahony on February 7, 1919 in Chicago, he grew up in Davenport, Iowa, where he became the kind of athlete who defied specialization. He excelled at swimming, diving, football, basketball, gymnastics, and track, often simultaneously. A scholarship to the University of Iowa followed, but when his parents divorced in 1938 and money ran out, he loaded his car with $5 and drove to Los Angeles. After serving as a Marine fighter pilot and flight instructor in World War II, developing judo skills and a fearlessness that would define his career, Mahoney found his way into the film industry as a stunt double. Columbia Pictures hired him to shadow Western star Charles Starrett as the Durango Kid, and for 5 years across nearly 50 films, he did things on camera that left crews speechless. He could mount a horse at full gallop without using his hands. He once jumped a gap between 2 rooftops, approaching Olympic long jump distances. A fellow actress watched him ride at a canter over rough ground with a glass of water balanced on his head. Not a drop spilled. His most celebrated moment came in 1948, when he leaped from the 17th step of a grand staircase, doubling for Errol Flynn. No wires, no net. 1 take, $1,000. Flynn was so impressed, he offered Mahoney his personal dressing room. It was the stunt young performers measured themselves against for decades. Television turned him into a household name. Gene Autry cast him as the lead in The Range Rider, and for 78 episodes, Mahoney and co-star Dick Jones performed every stunt themselves, always mounting horses at a dead run, always throwing judo moves into fight scenes. His face appeared on the cover of TV Guide. Coloring books, cap guns, and comic books followed. During this period, he became stepfather to actress Margaret Field's children, including a young girl named Sally. In 1963, filming Tarzan's 3 challenges in Thailand, Mahoney made a decision that cost him dearly. Despite warnings about contamination, he swam across a heavily polluted river for a scene. He contracted amoebic dysentery, dengue fever, and pneumonia simultaneously. He dropped from 220 pounds to roughly 175, yet refused to stop filming. He completed every scene. The damage, however, was lasting. A stroke on a film set in 1973 paralyzed his right side and severely affected his speech. He fought back with characteristic stubbornness, eventually performing one final stunt, a bridge scene in a wheelchair, in a Burt Reynolds film. He died on December 14, 1989, following a car accident. His ashes were scattered in the Pacific Ocean. In 2018, his stepdaughter, Sally Field, published her memoir, In Pieces, in which she alleged that Mahoney had sexually abused her throughout her childhood, beginning when she was very young and continuing until she was 14. Her account described the experience with painful complexity, acknowledging that he could be charismatic and warm, while also portraying behavior she described as deeply harmful. Mahoney died before these allegations became public and never had the opportunity to respond. The claims have not been independently verified, but they came from Field herself, in her own words, after a lifetime of carrying them. His legacy now stands permanently divided between the extraordinary athlete his peers celebrated and the man his stepdaughter described in unflinching detail. Few stories in Hollywood history hold that kind of contradiction so completely in one frame. If this story stayed with you, hit like and subscribe, because every legend carries a story history doesn't always tell.